In the garden, we love healthy soil because healthy soil means healthy fruits and vegetables. Most plants grow in the ground, and the healthier the soil, the healthier the plant. Like this delicious looking tomato. Yum! But where does healthy soil come from? You can get healthy soil a couple of ways. You can buy it, or you can actually make your own soil. You make your own soil in places called compost bins or compost piles. Like we have here in the garden. We have one big one here, and this black thing is also a compost bin. Compost bins are where organic material, that means any material that was once alive, material that comes from nature, such as twigs and hay and food scraps from your food, pieces of plants, maybe plant trimming from the garden. You put those in the pile and they decompose or rot, and eventually they'll turn back into soil that we can then use to plant more plants in the garden. But compost piles don't work on their own. They need lots of help. For organic materials to turn into soil faster, there are some things that compost piles need. We need heat, we need a little bit of moisture, we need oxygen, that's why these are open to the air, and then my favorite part is we need lots of little critters. There's all different types of bugs and microscopic organisms that work together to help munch up and chew all of the little pieces that you find in the compost pile and turn it into soil. And this week, we're going to learn about those very helpful critters. We compost, of course, for healthy soil to make healthy plants that we then go on to eat. However, another great reason to compost is so that we make fewer landfills. Landfills are basically just big piles or ditches full of garbage that no creatures, including humans, can live in. If there's too many of these on the earth, where will all the humans live? Where will the animals live? In 2017, the EPA estimated that nearly a quarter of the waste in landfills was actually food, stuff that could be composted. Trying not to make bigger landfills or more landfills is one of the main reasons that we sort at the dump. We put our recycling, our glass, our plastic, our cardboard boxes all in their proper spots, and then we put our compost waste, the waste we talked about earlier, any organic materials like food scraps and garden trimming. We put those in compostables, and then anything else that we can't compost or recycle, we put in non-compostable, that means it cannot be composted, and non-recyclable, which means it cannot be recycled, into the bin that's marked for it. In this way, we're hoping to minimize the stuff that goes into the landfill. Only the stuff in the non-recyclable, non-compostable bin goes into the landfill. The rest either gets recycled or composted. This week, during your time in the garden, you're going to have several activities that you can choose from that have to do with bugs. The first of which is a good old-fashioned bug hunt. Bug hunts are a fun thing to do, and you'll find more about how to do them in the video that follows. Another activity that you can do is a really good one to follow the song Dirt Ate My Lunch, which is included here for your counselors to use. Dirt Made My Lunch reminds us that everything we eat, absolutely everything, can be traced back to the soil, which just reminds us how important healthy soil is. And so this activity is a food web tracing your lunch back to the earth. The next activity is called Who Am I? It's a guessing game with information about bugs, and then your partner gets to guess them. We have all sorts of wonderful stuffed versions of bugs. And don't worry, counselors, each night I'm going to take them home and wash them and dry them on high heat so that the bugs are safe for all of us to play with. So for example, I'm going to play with my friend Kalina. Are you ready, Kalina? Yes. And I would give her hints. For example, I have 6 legs. I'm very tiny, but not microscopic. I come in black and red. Sometimes people consider me a pest, but I'm important in the garden because I break down big pieces of organic material in the compost pile. What am I? Who am I? A worm. I'm microscopic, but I help break down organic material into nutrients that plants can use. Who am I? A worm. Well, let's try this one. I have no legs. I have very strong stomach muscles for slithering around. I dig holes so that water and air can get to the plants. And after I eat up organic material, my poop helps to nourish the garden. What am I? Maybe you'll have better luck when you play. Well, that's it from me. Have a wonderful time looking for bugs and doing the other activities that I've set out for you. I'd love to hear on Monday how you made out. Did you enjoy looking for bugs? Did you find any? What did you discover? Remember, when you're looking, but rule number 4, be an ally. Remember, that means be a friend. The bugs are tiny. You're really big by comparison. So remember, we're going to be gentle with the bugs and not hold them for much longer than a minute, and always hold them like this, flat in our hands. Not like if they're worms, not dangling from our fingers, always in flat hands. And then we put them back from where we got them. That's important because they were there for a reason. Maybe they're getting food or hanging out with their other bug friends, but that's their spot. And I know you guys would never do this, but we never force anyone to hold a bug. We never throw bugs at people. We never drop them. If you don't want to hold a bug, you don't have to. You can look at a bug that someone else is holding. You can use the magnifying glasses that I put out to look at a bug in someone else's hand. Or you can, look from far away, observing the bug in its home where it's doing its thing, which it'll probably be happier that way anyway. So I want you to enjoy this and have a good time and tell me all about what you discovered the next time we talk. Take care.